Okay, and we're back. So we're going to go through two problems that you have on the inside of your foldable. This one is on the right-hand side and in the middle, I believe. So we have f of x is equal to negative 2 times x minus 1 squared plus 1. Our parent function is already drawn for us, which is great. So now all we need to do is write our vertex. So don't forget about our h and our k. So in this case, h is, make sure you change the sign, so that's going to be positive 1. And then our k is over here, which is positive 1 as well. So our vertex is 1, 1. So we're going to be here. This is our point 1, 1. Now, this one is a little bit different from the ones we've done before because this one actually has a 2 in front. So automatically we know that our graph is going to be a sad face because it has a negative in front. However, this changes our 1, 3, 5 rule a little bit. 1, 3, 5. So because I have a 2 in the front, I have to take this negative 2 and multiply it by my 1, my 3, and my 5 so that I can actually get how far I need to count. Because it changes the way we need to count because it's obviously going to make my parabola narrower. So, negative 1 times negative 2 is negative 2. 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. 5 times negative 2 is negative 10. So that changes my 1, 3, 5 rule to negative 2, negative 6, negative 10 rule. And so we're going to count. We're going to go to the right 1. And then since it's negative 2, we're going to go down 2. And that puts us over here. And then we're going to go to the right another 1. And if you try to count down 6, it's going to put us all the way down here somewhere. So we really don't even need to worry about that because it's going to be off the graph. We're going to make sure that we reflect across our axis of symmetry. And if it helps you to draw your axis of symmetry, if you want to make a dotted line or something like that, the axis of symmetry would go here and make sure that it's reflected on both sides. So now I can finish out my parabola. So this side and this is the other side. So my parabola definitely looks skinnier than the one that I have at the top. And so we need to figure out what are the transformations. Well, my transformations were that we went to the right 1 unit. 1 unit. And then we also went up 1 unit. We did a reflection because now it's going down. And then we also got narrower. So it got more narrow. So these are all 4 things that happened from my original one, which my original is this one here that's in green, to the one that I have here in pink. So I'm going to do one more example. Yes, I'm going to do the example with the fraction so nobody can say, oh, I don't know how to do the one with the fraction. So we're going to go over that one as well. All right. So let me change my color here a little bit because I like colorful things. Let's use orange. All right. First thing we need to do is we need to write our vertex. So wait a minute. We don't have anything inside of the parentheses. That's okay. Make it a 0. Then we have negative 4. That's going to be our k. So h is, 0. And k is negative 4. So that puts our vertex down here. Wait, that's not negative 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Because I have this 1/2 in front, which is my a, it changes my 1, 3, 5 rule. So 1, 3, 5. So now I have to take all of those and multiply them by 1/2 so I can figure out how I need to move. So 1 times 1/2 is 1/2. 3 times 1/2 is, we're going to actually write this as a decimal. Makes it easier to graph. So That'll be 0.5. 3 times 1/2 is 1.5. 5 times 1/2 is 2.5. So it makes it much easier to count. All right. So we're starting here. And we're going to go over 1 and up 1/2. So we're not even going to go up the whole way. Then starting from here, we're going to go up over 1 and then up 1.5. And then we're going to go over 1 and then we're going to go up 3.5. So that'll put me here. I'm going to draw my axis of symmetry, make it a dotted line so you can see it. And then we're going to reflect the points on the other side. So reflecting here, and reflecting here, and then we're going to connect our points. Again, I hope your parabola looks much better than mine. So this one looks a lot different than the original one. So remember what we said before, if our A is a fraction, it's going to make our parabola get really, really fat. So our transformations, we went down 4 units. And it also got wider. All right, so the rest of them I want you to try on your own, and we will be able to go over them during class tomorrow. Make sure you take a picture and upload this on Google Classroom, and do not forget about your 2 questions that you need to ask so that we can discuss in class. Have a good evening. See you tomorrow.